Hello. So looking back, my life has been a lot of things, a lot of wonderful, amazing, encouraging, uplifting things, but also frustrating things and irritating and sad and even devastating things. My life has been a lot of things full of a lot of emotions, but I don't really remember at any different season of my life thinking that my life was simple. So whether it was raising kids with infants and then toddlers, preteens, teenagers, adults now, or attending church or leading groups, starting a nonprofit, starting a church, watching the church fall apart. From feeling I was blessed to be able to stay home with the kids when they were young to feeling guilty that I didn't financially contribute to our bottom line. From being young and feeling like I was created for something special, to being in an open nesting season, almost searching for purpose outside of parenting sometimes, and then everywhere in between. I know I could go on, but I'm sure you get the point. I might look back on times and feel like they were simpler, but when I was going through each season, I never actually felt like my life was simple. Now, there are too many definitions for the word simple to include here, but some of them include not complicated, not ornate or luxurious, unadorned, not elaborate or artificial, plain, not complex or compound. And one says easy to understand, deal with, use, etc., as in a simple matter or simple tools. Now, simple is not the same as easy. Some of the definitions for easy include not hard or difficult, requiring no great labor or effort, free from pain, discomfort, worry, or care, not burdensome or oppressive. Now, based on these definitions, we all know life is certainly not easy. But what about simple? Along my journey, was I and do I make my life more complicated, unintentionally and unnecessarily? With all the chatter and the noise from the world around us, the culture, social media, news outlets, do we look for validation and justification from these sources, which might then complicate our lives? The older I've gotten, the more I realize I prefer simplicity. I don't actually function as well in the midst of chaos as I once did. I don't enjoy hustle and bustle as much as I used to. Crowds, lines, traffic. I try to avoid all of these if at all possible. In this season, I'm drawn to a simpler, less complicated lifestyle and pace. Life is definitely not easy, and we absolutely cannot control everything in our lives. But I do believe there are ways to make it more or less complicated. Several years ago, I bought a pack of coasters. I noticed them across the store because they were black and white, so they kind of stood out to me. And when I got up closer, I could see the letters on them were black and scrolly. So it was a white background with these black scrolly letters, which of course I loved. But the one on the top of the pack, which that was the only one I could see, had a saying on it, had a message. And I instantly knew I was going to buy the pack. I didn't care what else was on the rest of the coasters. I wanted that coaster. And that's been at least 6 years ago because I actually took a picture way back then of the coaster, which was 2019. And that coaster still sits on my sink or next to my sink on my counter so that I can see it every morning when I'm getting ready. It says, keep life simple. It's a great reminder every day. Keep life simple. We may not be able to control everything around us, but we can control our actions, our attitudes, our efforts, our responses, our reactions, our decisions, our choices. There is a lot we can control. Keep life simple. What are we overcomplicating in our life right now? What are we leaving to somebody else to handle for us on our behalf so that we don't have to do it? What can we simplify in our life? What can we clear out or clear off? Can we clear out some noise around us from the culture or social media? Can we clear out some competition with others around us in the same season as us? Can we clear out self-doubt, criticism, cynicism? What about bitterness, envy, impatience, anger, resentment? What that is in our control is keeping our lives overcomplicated. I know that's a lot. Here I am talking about living a simpler life and being less complicated, and then I present all of these overly complicated questions and scenarios and thoughts. I'm not trying to overcomplicate. These questions are for the bigger picture, the journey of becoming more of the person God created us to be, becoming more like Jesus. I'm encouraging us to simplify the becoming. It won't be easy, but much of it doesn't have to be difficult and complicated. This week, I want to give you a super simple and straightforward prayer. It's a prayer Johnny and I heard several years ago, but it was rather life-changing for both of us. I've seen it written a few other places, so I don't really know who said it first, but I heard a pastor named Andy Stanley say it first. Johnny and I have kept it in front of us ever since we've heard it, but it's really front and center in our lives right now. It's a prayer to calm us when life gets too chaotic or too busy or too crowded. It's a prayer for when times are confusing and competitive, or in times of self-doubt or criticism or bitterness or envy or any of those emotions. When I don't know what to think or feel or pray, I pray this prayer. When I'm up on the mountaintop or down in the valley, I pray this prayer. It's a prayer to keep life simple. And it's simply, help me see as you see and do as you say. It's such a short sentence, but it has such a powerful message. Help me see as you see and do as you say. Whatever we're going through right now, this prayer can help. I want to challenge us to pray this prayer every single morning. And I know that may not be something that's easy or come naturally to you and to us. So maybe we need to keep it in front of us. Maybe we need to write it down or put it up on the mirror, or, put it down in the kitchen or on the dashboard of the car. Put it as a screensaver on your phone. I've done that before. Whatever it takes, keep it in front of us. And let's see how this simple prayer can change our attitudes and our perspectives about people and situations in our lives right now, and even about ourselves. If you struggle with the words to pray, this is an articulate prayer for you. If you're bitter towards anyone, this is a humbling prayer for you. If you're stuck in life, this is a freeing prayer for you. If you're depressed, this is a life-giving prayer for you. If you struggle with selfishness or jealousy, this is a generous and kind-hearted prayer for you. If you don't want to overcomplicate your life, this is a simple prayer for you. If you want to know the heart of God and you want to be more like Jesus, this is a life-changing prayer for you. And so today, it is my prayer for us. Lord, help us to see as you see and do as you say. Thanks for being on this journey with me. I hope you have a great rest of your day.